know that we wanted to do something a little different with a live stream, so we decided to start doing live streams focused on specific kinds of music, specific instruments, or just whatever like people were excited about nowadays. So we have put out the call for some guitarists to talk about guitar artistry and maybe their process, their history with ccMixter or MIxterPlus or both. And we got some great respondents to that little invitation. One is the legendary spinningmerkaba, longtime ccMixter admin and priceless contributor. I like the round of applause for spinningmerkaba. Welcome. I also see the great Javolenus in a Zoom call. Maybe the first time I've seen Javolenus in a Zoom call, I think. But it's nice to meet you, sir. Of course.
Hi.
Javolenus.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
And there's You Are My Muse, who I've just now learned is named Simon, according to the little Zoom call thing. So
that's me.
Great new information for me. You Are My Muse.
Simon, what's up?
The whole crowd here, including the great Admiral Bob, are all close to 20-year veterans of ccMixter for sure.
Admiral Bob.
Speaking of 20-year veterans, we got a message from Looped last week about how their 20-year anniversary is, I guess, sometime in April. So they're going to do some special Looped release for their 20-year ccMixter anniversary. Anyway, wow. It's great to have you here. We weren't sure if this was going to work, if anyone would be interested in doing this, but it's wonderful to have such 4 high-quality artists pop in and chat with us. I'm going to take a backseat for most of it because I really want the guitarists kind of to chat amongst themselves about stuff that they're interested in, stuff you've liked recently or maybe years ago on ccMixter, and we'll have a little listening party. Anything you guys want to play, just put a link to the track in the chat, the Zoom chat, and Snowflake will share it, and we'll all listen to it together. Anyway, welcome. Let's have you all just say hello first, right? Maybe like
yeah, everybody introduce themselves, and then I have a few questions since I'm not a guitar player. Maybe just as you introduce yourselves, maybe what's your, just in a short, like what's your main guitar, and then we can go into your process and how you get your sounds and rhythm, your melodies and all the things that you do. And I do have a track that I want to share that I had picked last night. It's Stefan Kartenberg remixing Javolenus, but please.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Let's start with spinningmerkaba.
Well, I've been a lifelong Strat player. Basically, I started playing on a Stratocaster. Well, for most of my career, but prior to that, I plinked around as a kid on my uncle's acoustic guitar, and I've been just through all kinds of gear over the years, but always have come back to a Strat or a Tele, which I've been playing Teles pretty consistently now for the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, years. But usually I just go with whatever, like a guitar, whatever the tone is, whatever, if I want, like a particular tone, then I'll go for a Les Paul or a Gretsch or, anything to get that, whatever that tone that I'm looking for is. And what else is there? Just super inspired by all the guitar players on ccMixter and MIxterPlus. Constantly hearing great riffs, great rhythm tracks. I wish I had the time to slice and dice some of those things up a little bit more, because there's just so many great parts within the parts that could be used for ccMixter, MIxterPlus style remixing, and they get used all over the place. So we I think as a group of guitar players in this remix community, I think we give more than our fair share of tasty samples. So that's what I got.
All right, Cool. I cannot let this go unnoticed. Another major celebrity has just shown up in the Zoom call. Mr. Jaspertine. What do you prefer?
Jaspertine. It's
Jasper. Okay.
Jaspertine, what's up?
All right. Another first time myself in person. He's ready to rock. You can tell he's ready to rock.
Well, I think it's the first time I've met you, Jaspertine. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, this is the first time I've used Zoom, so yeah.
Oh, cool.
No better time than the
You're
present.
doing great so far.
Jason, I love hearing about your telly and your guitars, and I've been a fan of yours for a while,
Yeah, well, thank you. That means a lot. I remember when I got the gig.
It's been a minute. We're still here, still making music.
One quick note for sort of logistical purposes. Our call listening party here will very likely go on more than an hour and a half. I don't know how many of our special guests can hang around that whole time. So if you have to leave soon, tell us in the chat. I've got to go in about 10, 20 minutes, whatever. If you've got a time limit.
I've got about an hour. I've got about 1 hour.
Yeah, that's just got an hour.
Hour's a good thing.
So whoever I got to go soon, just let us know, and then we'll make sure we get to you, before you have to take off. So
yeah, I think I got about 30 minutes.
Okay, maybe we should go on to Jaspertine next.
I think it's hilarious that you're like, you're telling a bunch of guitar players that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I might be maybe I'll be surprised for that. But since Jaspertine's time might be a little more limited than other people's, we'll go ahead and let Jaspertine go. You missed it. We're just kind of let people introduce themselves, your styles that you like, and anything you want. And if you've got a guitar track from ccMixter or anywhere that you'd like to play, let us know.
All right. Well, yeah. Hi. I name Jean-Victor Després. I go by Jaspertine online. I am a 40-year-old child, and I play guitar, bass, a little bit of keyboards. I've been sort of an active songwriter for a really long time now, since about the 90s, and I just do a lot of different stuff. I guess Mixter related specifically, on Saturday nights, I do a live stream where I challenge myself to try and produce a new track from scratch in about a 2-hour window. And then usually on Sunday, I'll put up the track as well as the stems over on Mixter. So
you have to drop in the chat, drop a link to where people can find your live stream. We'll put it in the description here so that other people can check you out when you're doing that. I was not even aware of that. I've got to watch you do that at some point.
It's on Twitch, so just find my Twitch channel.
Sweet.
Cool. We can move on. I'm just going to go left to right on my Zoom screen. Javolenus is next on my Zoom screen, so I'm going to pass the torch. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's strange to be asked to speak about guitars. I've never really thought of myself as a guitarist. I started out as a singer, and when I was a kid, I was the guy who sang, and I used to join bands and sing in and around the city. But I kind of loved the guitar. I used to just watch the guys playing the guitar and always wanted to play the guitar. My cousin played guitar, and he was my hero. So as years have gone by, I've just gradually kind of got into it. I had a long break without playing music at all a while ago. And I spent 5 years just listening to my girlfriend's record collection, which was mainly classical and jazz. And I found that after that, I could improvise just magically. And so after just an intense period of listening, I just picked up a guitar and started messing about with it. And just coincidentally, I found ccMixter around about the same time. And it just became a kind of, kind of experimental project, really, just to see what I could produce. In terms of the guitars I play, whatever I can afford. I mean, I would love to on a telly or a Strat, but basically it's way beyond me, you know. Often my guitar has 5 strings on it because I can't afford the 6th string. So, you know, I just get by with what I do, basically. That's it.
We might have to go into some details about tracks you've created with 5 strings later. That could be some interesting stories behind that. I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. But let's move on with introductions left to right. Means we're landing on Mr. Admiral Bob, the one and only. What a great contributor to our whole family. Like, go ahead, Admiral.
Yeah, so my actual name is Richard. I hope I'm audible.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. My actual name is Richard, and I've been on ccMixter since about 2006. But I've been playing guitar in professional scenarios since about 1985. My journey, I suppose, was just doing a whole lot of live music between 1985 and 2000. I was playing most nights in various venues, from nice to the kind that were in the Blues Brothers when they were throwing the beer at the wire fence. After that, probably a little less live work for a while, although now I'm playing live again all the time, actually. In terms of musical instruments, well, let's see if I can find this. That's actually my main guitar, really, if you think about it, the one I play the most, which is a shallow back ovation. It goes with me camping and goes with me on the road and stuff like that. In terms of recorded output, these days I probably favor the Telecaster the most, but I've got a Les Paul, and I'll use it when you want the beefy, chunky sound. When I was playing live back in the day, it was mostly Stratocasters because they're super robust. The guitar shops know how to fix them. And I had this delightful pink paisley Stratocaster that could sound like a Les Paul if it had to. So that was my main working guitar until I wore it into the ground, and I haven't had it fixed yet. So that's the guitar story. As far as tracks go, I think the one that inspires me the most on ccMixter was something from spinningmerkaba. What was it again that I remixed it, actually? I played bass on it. It was just a couple of months ago. Geez, what was it called again? I just want to find it. It's Not Too Late. There it is. I just love that one. Spoke to my soul. So
Snowflake, you got to cue that one up to listen to in a little bit when we start listening.
I'm on it. Admiral, you know I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you.
And I mean, not only you're an amazing guitar player, but you can play every instrument. It's just amazing. Your musicianship is beyond.
Yeah, see, these days my primary instrument is the pipe organ, which is the most metal musical instrument ever made. You know the scene in Back to the Future where Marty plays the chord and you get blasted back? That's what playing a pipe organ is like.
Wow.
Cool.
I'd love to see some video of that.
Yeah. All right.
Jaspertine, I have your Twitch up, so I'm gonna check that out. Super cool. And
Yeah.
Javo, we need to do like a remix contest and get you a guitar.
Fundraiser.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's appropriate. I think we could,
Or at least that's
together.
or at
The
least
thing
the
is, right,
right.
I think it's all in your fingers. It's the tone is just in your fingers. I think people have a sound, and every
Yes.
guitar I've ever played has sounded the same, no matter what it is. And I've actually got a guy, like a guitar tech guy, who just fixes up cheap guitars for me, or medium quality guitars, and makes them sound great. So I'm kind of happy with what I've got, really.
Great. I mean, you sure
Yeah.
are making them sing.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
Courts
it's
and
okay,
Squires
you
are
know.
just. Sorry.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time watching, when I was a kid, watching John Martin. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He was like a British singer, songwriter, folky guitar player. And he had a crap guitar, but he made it sound fantastic, you know, and I kind of took a leaf out of his book, really.
I would never know. I mean, yeah, you know how to make your instrument create and its melodies and rhythms, and it's impressive. Speaking of sound, like you're saying, people have unique sound. You're my muse. I mean, do we all not just the moment you're my muse track? Like when I'm in a secret mixer and I have the playlist just going and I don't see it, and then immediately his layer cake. He's known for the layer cake king. So like, how do you do that?
Well,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah, our last customer here is You Are My Muse. Can't wait. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, great. Yeah, well, nice to see you all. So yeah, I've been playing the guitar since I was 16. So that's 44 years, I think, since, because I'm getting on a bit. Yeah, and I too have a Strat, but for many years when I started on ccMixter, which I think was in 2009, I'd got my old Squire Strat that I'd had for years, which, you know, the ones that are made in wherever. And I did eventually migrate to a proper one. Yeah, and I'm not my main sort of musical things that I've done is on ccMixter, you know, because I was in a band years and years ago, played live about twice. So, you know, it meant a lot to me to be on ccMixter. I'm feeling a bit of a fraud because I've not been on very much recently, but, you know, I'm trying reviving myself at the moment. And yeah, so and Emily was asking about the layer cake thing. So I came up with my little moniker just before I joined ccMixter, I think. Yeah, so, and I can't even remember why I called myself that. And then the layer cake thing, yeah, I just found that once I'd got some proper recording software, which I still use Record, if anybody's got that. I don't think you can buy it anymore. It's on my very old computer. But I think, oh, well, I just kept adding and adding and adding because trying to get something that sounded decent. So it was entirely accidental, basically. So it was not intentional. And then, yeah, I suppose I do like a bit of chorus and a bit of echo. And I think Admiral Bob often says I sound like U2, which is fine. That's good to know, and good. But yeah, I'm stuck in the 1980s, late 1980s and early 1990s when you know, I was a youngster, and I just can't get out of them. So yeah, that's me.
Very cool. I've got some ccMixter trivia for you. The very first secret mixter I ever did was a You Are My Muse song, and I called it You Are My Bloody after the great My Bloody Valentine act from the 90s that has that similar, like, lots and lots of effects. Everyone, I'm sure all of you guys know My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, I know Snowflake's got some questions prepared. I'd love to have the guitarists like kind of ask each other questions, you know. So like I said, I'm trying to stay in the background as much as possible, but Snowflake, I think, wants to ask things. I'd encourage, maybe it looks like Javolenus might only have 10 to 15 minutes left. So maybe if you've got particular questions for Javo, let's start there. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to maybe just play something a little, you know, we don't have to play the whole thing, but I noticed that you Jaspertine. Oh, and just so you know, when I am not with you, and I hope I call you Jas. That's how you're known in our house. So hopefully you're not offended by that. But I thought maybe we could just listen to things you want to like. But if you have something else you'd like for us to listen to, just I'd love for each of us to listen a little bit, and we can hear the distinct difference between each of your tones and styles. And it'd be fun to just take a little sample of everybody.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, let's do it. Of course, I have to figure out my new computer here, which is being just really annoying. For some reason, I cannot share Firefox. I don't know what's going on. Does anyone else have the ability to share right now? I can put a link in chat.
Yeah, drop a link. I can share probably.
Thanks, Kara.
I can certainly try.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a new computer and I'm just moving everything over and it's being a tad bit funky. There it is.
All right, there's the link. Let me make sure I do it right. Okay, sweet. Okay, so now I need to share, and I need to share with sound. See here, sound, and I need to share with stereo. Fantastic.
You've done this before.
At least once. Oh, I already like it, I'm sure. Here we go. Giddy up.
The mix was a little bit rushed.
Damn, dude.
That end,
Awesome.
that ending could have been cut in half, I think. Just that last part. I think just only play the second half. I think it would have been a little tighter.
No, I'm in complete agreement with Shaw. Absolutely not. It's perfect the way it is.
The beautiful thing about the guitar playing and your track like exemplifies this is how it makes it feel organic, right? Like a lot of times remixing has this very like electronic, not saying one way or the other, you know, mixes are mixes, but when you add a guitar track to anything, it immediately, in my mind, it immediately has like kind of like what Javolenus was saying, it's in your fingers. There's just something that like feels really natural about guitar that you can't, it's very, very difficult to make guitar sound like quantized in a way, right? Like, I guess you could probably do it, but as soon as your fingers touch the fretboard, it's like, it's a human, right?
Yeah.
And that track sound, you know, as soon as that guitar part comes in, it's like, oh, okay, it's live. If it's got this live feel to it.
Dude,
Well,
Jason. Go, Jack.
Sorry.
You're
I was
good.
going to say for
Yeah,
me
totally,
personally, where it's the instrument I have the most experience with. When I need to come up with ideas quickly,
Right.
I can just very quickly iterate on something, try different things, and then you just very quickly get a version of that recorded. You copy or paste it a couple times. But yeah, and then you can just sort of build from there. But yeah.
When you loop live, how do you fight off all the latency that builds as you keep going?
I just kind of you sort of adjust for it as best you can, I guess. You try to play to the click more than to like what you're hearing in the monitors.
Javo, I thought you had something.
Well, I was going to say I hate click tracks. I think they should be illegal.
Other musicians love them. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mixer.
Right, I had to like I played in half step down because I was, you know, a huge Hendrix fan in my earlier. I still am, but I played half step down for the better part of my initial part of my career, and then when I started playing with, you know, when I wasn't writing my own music and in my own bands, I had to like tune everything up just to kind of play with everyone else, right? Like just to make it easier. And I kind of missed that E flat. I just missed the feel of the guitar with that.
Did that affect your bends?
Yeah, it does,
up?
definitely. It definitely affects it. Yeah, it affects the tone. It affects everything. It just sounds deeper and richer with a little bit more, less tension on the strings.
I like that tuning down half a step like Hendrix. And I tried it and I liked it, but I didn't want to get used to it because I knew it would be a liability further down the line.
Yeah, for a while I kept some in half step down and some half step up because of that. Because some players just do, you know, like as I'm like plinking around on things, playing on other people's tracks and stuff when I'm practicing, occasionally I'll come across artists that play in a half step down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
also on that, for guitars, there's this company, I don't know if you've heard of it, called Vintage Icon. They make, they're from England.
All right.
Really nice guitars for very, very, you can get, I got this one for like, I don't know, a couple $100, but it feels great. It plays great. It stays in tune. So you might want to check that out.
Did you use that guitar for your latest MIxterPlus upload by any chance? Magnet guitars?
I did. I used that and I used a Telecaster.
So did that come relic, or did you take the belt sander to it yourself?
No, it comes like that. It comes stressed out.
Okay.
I bought it because when I came back home to help with my parents a couple of years ago, I had no guitar. I had no gear here in New Hampshire. It was all in California. And so I just went down to the music shop in Manchester, that like one of the only music stores in the state. And I spent the better part of the afternoon playing everything they had there. And I almost walked out. I was like, oh, I'm not going to find anything today that I can like play that was in my price range. And like right at the end and tucked away in the corner was this little blue Strat. I thought it was a Strat at first, and I play as soon as I picked it up. You know how that feels too. There's something about picking up a guitar. It's like literally almost as soon as I pick it up, feel the weight, feel the balance, play a couple of things on it, just like boom, it felt right.
Yes, this is the right one.
Yeah, like they speak to you, right? And I was like, okay, this. It wasn't like like the Holy Grail, but it was like, this works. It stays in tune. It feels good. It's light, and it's in the price range. Like I said, I got that, and I got a little 5-watt practice amp for like less than $500. So yeah, it worked, and I just fell in love with it. And it's like one of those things where, you know, when it initially hits you, and then it even gets deeper, right? Like now I know it. I love it. It's a great guitar. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, how do you feel about if we listen to your upload? Do you want to listen to your upload magnet guitars, or do you want to listen to a remix of magnet guitars?
I don't particularly care. I was actually I picked one of Admiral Bob's tracks that he uploaded to MIxterPlus. The elevator music track. And also, this is kind of cool because what I just want to hear the solo section. I can't do this on my phone, but if one of you guys can figure this out, Matt's made it so that we can hear the waveforms of the stems, right? So if you can get to Admiral Bob's elevator music track and then listen to just the solo guitar part, and particularly the solo section, which is like couple 3 minutes in, maybe somewhere in there, it starts with the rhythm track and then it hits the solo. And yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to hear. Just because this track is like particularly Admiral Bob's tasty telly tone solo track, and it just says so much about Admiral Bob, what I like about Richard's playing.
An observation I would make is that I'm heard best without taking away what's underneath, because the groove is what it's all about.
Yeah, you know, maybe we could do back and forth. Maybe we could hear the solo track and then go back and listen to it in the track that you recorded, because you're right. Like you can hear the tone and the quality of playing when it's solo, but then when you lay it back in the track, you hear that how it grooves with everything else.
Okay, I think I have it. So is the solo right here? This looks like the solo to me.
Yeah, it's the big part. Yeah.
Okay.
The fourth one.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And now can we listen to it in the track?
That is smoking. Yes. Okay, so now let's listen to the whole thing.
I think Richard played everything on this.
less of a sloppy mess when it's in context.
Yeah. I'm just, if I can say two things. One, well, three things. First, that was absolutely fantastic. Second thing, your comment, Richard, round the it's supposed, let's hear it in the groove, etc. Yeah, really good. I would be fearful of any of my stems being played like that, sort of naked, if you like, because you can hear all the mistakes, etc. Which is why another reason why I do the layer cake thing. It covers the mistakes up. And third thing, just reminded me of sort of excellent musicality that was there. To thank particularly Admiral Bob on the old secret mixters when, for whatever reason, life gets in the way or somebody doesn't complete their track, and then we do the no mixter left behind thing. I might be wrong, but I think you do quite a lot of that, and so
I have, but
use that
Darren's
sort of stuff.
I have, but
you have to do really quickly is excellent. Yeah.
That lately Darren's gotten even faster than I am about getting on it, so I haven't been doing it as much lately.
Well, thanks. I think you've rescued me a couple of times, so thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah, that's always a delight, actually, because the layers give you lots of little pieces to work with. So the last one I did, I remember pulling it apart. Everything got used. I just used it in a different spot so you could hear them all one by one.
Marvelous. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Admiral Bob, thank you so much for the hundreds of times you have done No Mixer Left Behind, and Darren, thanks for helping as well. It's really, really appreciated. Admiral Bob, listening to that track, I was looking at how many times it has been remixed. I mean, that track got remixed a lot. Of course, as soon as I started listening to it, I got a little bit attached to it because I remixed it. But Emily Paz, Unreal DM, Spec, Ben Blahoviak, Chorus Gate. But immediately, it's funny when you remix something, the intimate relationship you have with the samples and the parts, the stems. I guess these aren't really samples; they're full-on stems. And so I spent, I don't know, probably 4 weeks with that piece of music that you created. Every part, the Rhodes and the bass and the kit, and those stems are just really delicious, and so many different ways that they get recreated. And that's one of the things that's incredible about what we do together.
Yeah, well, I think the nice thing about it is when I was about 14 years of age, I wrote a note, put it in a bottle, and tossed it into Lake Ontario. And I got something back. Somebody actually wrote me a letter. So in my view, ccMixter is like the really fast version of that. You can put your idea out there to see if somebody recognizes it and picks it up. And it comes back to you in ways that exceed your expectations, almost always. So I think it's something where you give, but you get a lot too.
You gave that exact thing to me, Admiral Bob, with my song Truth and Fact, and you did a cover version of it. And it blew my mind. No one had ever done a cover version of a song that I'd written before. And it just sung from a male perspective. It just blew my mind. I mean, I'd been remixed, right? I'd felt that musically, but then to take that into lyrics too, and to hear that reflected back to me was pure magic. So thank you for that experience.
I tried to respect that by not singing it from my own personhood either. I took on sort of a gravelly voiced, inconsolable personality for that, because I didn't want it to sound like it was from me, even if I couldn't exactly imitate you. I hope I found an in-between person to sing that from.
It was awesome. It was cool.
So who wants to go next? Well, we haven't played anything of Jason's yet. Should we save you for last, Jason, since you're an admin?
Yeah. I think there's a couple of players that need to fly.
Yeah, I think Javolenus, you said you were. I mean, you have so many guitar stems. It's you are like a fountain of constant musical inspiration. I was gonna just play your Payday riff because it was the most recent thing, and then Stefan remixed it, which is just incredible.
Yeah, he did a
But
good
if you
job.
want to play something else, you know,
No,
whatever.
that's fine. It's a good remix. Yeah.
Do you want to? Maybe we hear your riff, and then we can listen to part of Stefan's remix too, so we can kind of explore the journey of that we're on together, guitar players together, right? That's what I thought was kind of special about that is, and he also remixed Jason, and so when you have when a guitar player remixes a guitar player, I don't know, I'm not a guitar player, but it feels like it has something extra special because you live in that realm of those tones and frequencies. Am I riffing on that? Is that correct? Like, do you feel that way when a guitar player remixes you? Does it feel like it has a different quality?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can tell the difference.
I wondered about that. Okay, so let's go here first to Payday riff. And just, listen. Oh, we wanted to ask you about, are these what happened? But that's a separate conversation. We'll ask you about it later.
You get the idea.
Yeah, we can move on to the remix, I think.
It sounds like you were playing that to a click.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Going to get remixed, you've got to do it.
You do.
Okay, so now let's see. Is this Stefan's? Yeah, here's Stefan's. Yeah, I was so enthralled by this. I actually picked it. We have picks now on MIxterPlus.
Picks.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay, let's give her a listen.
Nice.
For saxophone. Yeah, I got the same vibes as Snowflake on that one. Very Grateful Dead, jammy, groovy piece vibes.
Yeah.
So how do you feel when you get a mix like that really locks in and adds this whole layer of groove beneath it?
Fucking awesome.
Well, Stefan's great. He's remixed me quite a few times, and every time it's been awesome. So yeah.
One of the reliable ones for sure.
Jaspertine, on a high level.
Jaspertine is on his way out the door. Who's got a last question or comment or whatever for Jaspertine before we release him?
Oh, I look
Nice to
forward
meet you, man.
listening to your Twitch stream.
All right, yeah, cool.
Thank you so much for being here. I think we're gonna listen to some urmymuse if you have a chance to listen for a minute before you go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. Engine de poitrine.
Where are you located, Jaspertine?
Atlantic Canada, on the way out on the East Coast in New Brunswick.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that. How far are you and Admiral Bob away from one another?
He's not much closer to where I live than you are.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Although my family, my mother's family, comes from there, so I thought I recognized the accent.
That's cool.
I'm like between the two of you guys. I'm in New Hampshire.
Yep.
I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, Javolenus, are you in York?
I am.
Yes, I'm in Leeds. So I think we're the closest by the sounds of it.
We must be. Yeah, we're literally half an hour away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leeds is where that vintage, that guitar that I was talking about, that's where they're based out of, is in Leeds.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
My grandparents are from York.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Yorkshire
I
connection.
was, pardon?
Yorkshire connections.
Yes, exactly. I think I told you the first time I went, I felt like it felt familiar. It was a really interesting experience. I was gonna play Lovely You from You're My Muse. How does that, is that cool, or do you want to hear something?
Yeah, great. I can't actually remember what it goes like, so I'll be delighted to hear it again.
Fantastic. All right, well, let's give it a listen, everybody.
Got some strings.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
Well,
That I'm a huge Pixies fan. I think you might be a Pixies fan. You are my muse.
no. Well, I'm
I'm
not a Pixies fan, but no, yeah. I remember that now. I remember that. So that was yeah. When we experimenting with trying to put some strings in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a great feel to it. This is a chance for me to interject a little plug for our event because I noticed that You Are My Muse's Lovely You song from 2020 has not yet been remixed.
Ooh.
So we have an event going on over at MIxterPlus. I think everyone on the call is aware, but anyone who sees the live stream, you need to know that MIxterPlus has an event called Reloaded, where we're trying to dig up and find all these like unused stems that people have done, for whatever reason.
That's a good idea.
A really good sample or sample pack or stem can go unremixed for a long time. There's an example of a great one that hasn't been reused yet. So yeah, MIxterPlus, we've got a little functionality there where you can quickly find stuff that hasn't been used yet, and you can show some love to those little things that fell by the wayside.
Great idea.
What do you play? What do you play through? Like, how do you get your tone?
Right. So I've I play through a computer. Yeah, and I've got all my stuff is really ancient, and most of it is non-functional anymore. So
Right.
I've got, I think it's a line 6 thing that I've got, but not knowing what I was doing.
Okay.
And I just stick a bit of fuzz and chorus on it and a bit of echo, and there you go.
Chorus and fuzz plugins that you use in your DAW.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been leaning into the line 6 too. I have a little practice, little like mini pod, whatever that it's got some really, for not having to go through the process of miking up guitars and bothering the neighbors and all.
Yeah. Well, it's because I remember when I joined ccMixter, I didn't have any way of recording my guitar. So I was using Reason then. And I used to I was known at the time for doing piano music. I can't actually play the piano. So I was like meticulously sort of doing the music.
Right.
And then I sort of Googled how to play my guitar through my computer, and that came up.
Thank God for Google.
There you go.
Right. What I love about your tone and your style is that when I hear it, I immediately recognize it, like kind of like what Matt was saying. And then also, it as a songwriter, I immediately start hearing melodies. Like I hear lyrics, I hear melody, I hear vocals in your music quite often. So there's just a special magic about that, about playing the way that you play lends itself to the song.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. And I think that's what I'm trying to do. I'm an absolutely terrible singer. So,
Me too.
I'm always hoping that somebody will pick up one of my tracks and do some singing to it.
Yeah, it's there. It's there.
You're one of my favorite people to remix because of that. Because it's just like Jason was saying, I immediately start hearing a song. Like when I start listening, I immediately start hearing a song.
Yeah. Well, thanks. There's some really good, really good tracks that you've done based on my stuff. So thanks for that. I know the other thing, for whatever reason, again, I don't know why, but quite often my stuff sounds quite happy. I don't know if you've noticed that.
It does.
I don't know why that is. I'm usually quite miserable. But there you go. Yeah. Maybe it's because I only know how to play major scales. I don't know.
I think there's also a tinge of bittersweetness to it. Maybe it's the chorusing or the phrasing of of what you play. It is very melodic in a happy kind of a way. But I also hear a little bit of like a melancholy or bittersweetness to some of the stuff sometimes.
Thank you.
I thought while I was here, I would show you what MIx's talking about, so we can basically go unremix. Tell me if I'm doing this right, MIx. Unremix : guitar.
Yeah, that should work.
And there we go. So we have Epoxode, Zen Boy, Admiral Bob, Wiseman. I mean, look at all these. Cube 3.
And you can see that also shows you how many days it's been on our system on Remix. Some of those go way back to the beginning of MIxterPlus. 2023 is when MIxterPlus first launched. So yeah, some of these have been out there for years.
That's one of the things I love is discovering. I mean, our library on both platforms is so deep. You can find things that haven't been remixed, and then I don't know, it's like discovering a special little hidden present somewhere. So yeah, check that out. So did somebody say they wanted to hear Jason's It's Not Too Late guitar stems? Was that Richard? I can't remember. Did he have to go?
Yeah, Richard had to leave.
It was him, right, that wanted to hear these?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think he remixed it or something like that, is what he was saying.
Oh yeah, here it is. It's not too late. Nah. Yeah. Or do you want to play magnet guitars? Jason, what do you want to hear?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say.
What do you think, Emwick?
I'm good with either. Yeah, maybe the magnet guitars.
Yeah,
maybe.
let's hear magnet guitars.
I'm still trying to drive interest in my MIxterPlus.
I know
platform.
it. Here we go. Let's give it a listen.
I hear a little bit of Simon in this. Like I hear my music in this a little bit.
For sure.
That's fun to read.
Very nice.
Yeah, kind of repetitive, but I mean, it's whatever.
No, I mean, that's what a groove, like you want the groove to have the hook, and it does, and the bridge is great, and it definitely, I feel it's interesting to listen to Simon right before you, because there is a relationship between those two songs. You don't always have that kind of style, but I definitely felt a relationship between the songs, which was kind of cool. I like, you could maybe remix them together almost.
Yeah, it might even actually be in the same key. I don't even know.
And I noticed in both that it was like the bridge, each of you and each of the bridges of those tracks, it had just kind of, they were both uplifting, but the bridge just kind of took it to this whole other space. There's so much we could listen to from all of you. I mean, like we could look at each of your libraries and just be like astounded by how much music you have written, recorded, and shared with us and our community. And you are each foundational to the music that we all make, because you're all, in all of our mixes everywhere. And it's so like we get a little bit of a taste of each one of you in all of the different songs we listen to. It's not all of them, obviously, but sprinkled throughout our entire library. Pretty special. I was wondering if you had anything, Darren, you wanted to just throw in some of your perspective.
My perspective is that the guitar was the original oscillator used for synthesizers. If you put a chain of effects pedals through one, you basically have a synthesizer. You can change the shape of the string just by where you pluck it and how you tune it. To me, that's the original synthesizer right there.
Yeah.
Not very helpful, but that's pretty much how I see it.
Speaking of pedals, you want to see the new pedal I got? Okay, I'm going to show it to you anyway.
I love show and tell.
I want to see it.
It's new. It's just in the box. So I'm definitely a big Jack White fan. Is that his name? Jack White? White Stripes? Am I saying his name right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I'm also a fan of playing through multiple amplifiers at the same time. I think to kind of to piggyback on what Darren was saying, like there's a huge amount of flexibility and tone. It comes all from your fingers, but there's so much that happens between your fingers and what actually gets onto a track with amplification pedals and all that kind of stuff. So I got this pedal. It's called a what is it called? The Double Down, and it's basically a splitter, but you can control the volume that goes to each amplifier. So I'm building a new tone right now between the amps that I've two really nice amps that I like. So I'm going to run my guitar into this pedal, and then it splits out to each amplifier, and I can control how much of that gets sent to each amplifier, so I can kind of balance the tone out between the two. And that's particularly all that it really does. So, but what I've noticed is when I play through two amplifiers, depending upon how much of the amplifier talks to the signal from the guitar. And so two different amplifiers will based on like their resistance and their wiring configuration will interpret that signal coming from the guitar in a different way and also in a different time. So you get this kind of like, you can create this it's almost like a double in a way. I don't know if you've ever done that, and any of the guitar players have ever done that here, but you get this like, you hear, it's almost like it's the same guitar part, but you're hearing two different tones blended together, and they're also coming from two different spaces. So you can split them in a stereo field, or you can stack them on top of each other. There's just a lot with a very simple pedal, you can do a lot. Just you're still going straight to the amp, no other pedals. Guitar through this pedal to two amps, and the difference in tone between the two amplifiers, depending on what they are and what you're looking for, you can combine like a clean tone with a distorted tone, or you can get like a more crunchy and a more, you know, you can play with all of that, but you're still literally going straight to the amp. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's my exploration.
Wait, that's way over my head. I love it. No, I could see it in my mind. I could see it.
It actually started with you, because when we went on the road, I played through two. I played through two Carvin.
That's what I was seeing in my mind. As you were talking, I saw the green acoustic Carvin, and I saw more of the tan one. I could see
the
them
green
in
was
my
for
mind.
the green was for the acoustic, and then I had the two amps for the electric, and that's what kind of started me on that whole thing.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool.
that was a nice setup.
It was.
That was a good moment in time.
I miss your double neck.
Guys, I'm about out of time, I'm afraid.
I wanted to just end with a track from you, Javolenus, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Javolenus, sorry, I always say it wrong.
Nah, doesn't matter. I got that name by opening the Penguin Dictionary of Classical History with my eyes closed and just pointing at a name blind.
That's the way to do it.
Well, the perfect thing is classical history. So I just want to kind of end with something completely different, but to show the depth of your talent. And it's a short number, so I thought it would be maybe nice to end with this. But it's a song by Händel, Händel, and your Spanish flamenco guitar. And I just think it's quite incredible, and I hope you don't mind if we listen.
I missed this, man. This is exciting.
This is like, you're gonna be,
How did I miss this?
I don't know, but you're gonna love it. So I think we should just listen to it, and then we can say goodbye.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
That is a nice little farewell tune. Yeah, we've been on for an hour and a half. I think that's a tolerable outside limit for a nice live stream that doesn't get too tedious. Yeah, I want to thank everyone for coming by. Give anyone one last chance to get something they desperately want said. You can say it now. Otherwise, yeah, I think we'll kind of wrap this up. And I think it was fantastic success. I'm glad we did this. And we will probably be doing more similar things, maybe not focusing on instruments. We don't know yet. Anyone who's got ideas for future live stream focuses, yeah, contact us, let us know. Real quick before I move on, there's a good opportunity here for me to ask for anyone who came across any bugs at MIxterPlus. This event is largely around
I did find some. I don't know how much time we have.
He froze.
Yeah, he did.
So we
He's
might
very
have
dramatic.
to, maybe we can email Emwick or text him or put it in the Google Drive. Shaw wants to coo. Let's hear it.
Priceless.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, we can do it. Let's sign up the live stream and we can do a bug report
Okay.
after. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all.
We love you.